I'm gonna run, run, run.
Hey there, folks. It's your bad couch guru, Lynn Limburg, and today we're talking about sit-stand desks. I don't know if you already know or not that I actually have some what appears to be permanent nerve damage down my arm and my leg from having sat in desks for about 15 years with bad ergonomics in them. I was a consultant for companies for years and years. And as a consultant, a lot of times you don't even get a desk. Some of you know this all too well. Companies are getting better at it, but back in the day, maybe 10 years ago, I worked with Microsoft for about 4 years as my main client. And usually I was at a cafeteria table or some other little side conference table with horrible ergonomics. And I remember one time, it was essentially a breaking point for me. I was sitting in a client meeting that was a really important, intense, not happy client meeting. And I leaned over from my chair down to my briefcase to get, I don't know, a pen out or something. And my whole back froze up on me. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I could hardly move and it hurt so bad. My eyes watered. And back then, I didn't have it in me to say, okay, hang on, everybody. I'm having a back spasm. I just sucked it up. And I honest to God, don't think that folks even realized what was going on. Because I was a consultant, when the meeting was done, people left and I stayed in the room, and then I slowly worked myself out of my chair, got home and landed in physical therapy for months. What I regret and wish I did differently was I didn't advocate for myself and my ergonomics. And the reason this becomes an important couch to active thing is because you already know, right? You're ahead of me here. Is because a lot of times part of our challenge with exercise is just feeling like you can even do it in the first place. And if you have nerve issues, back spasms, I thought it was a permanent nerve, or excuse me, I thought it was a temporary nerve issue down my right arm. But it's been about more than 10 years I've had this. It looks like it's going to be a permanent for the rest of my life thing. So don't want you guys to face this. Sit-stand desks. If you are in a job where you need to be in a desk all day, every day, and it's pretty much the same desk, I am going to highly, highly, highly recommend that you advocate for yourself to get a sit-stand desk. Sometimes companies are really stingy about this and you have to get a note from the doctor. Do it. Do whatever it takes. Maybe you only have a little bit of pain and you're in your late 20s or early 30s and you think, oh, I'm fine, I'm still young. Yeah, that was me. The best thing to do is to stay on top of issues that come up from sitting too much and not get behind on them. I bought myself a sit-stand desk for my home office about 5 years ago. And I got to tell you, I wish, like the day it came home, I wish I did it 10 years earlier. And what that sit-stand desk does for you is you know, and you just start searching for them and you'll see all the marketing telling you about the benefits of it. But essentially, it puts you in a position, literally and figuratively, where you never again have to be stuck in a seated position all day, every day, even if you have meetings that go on all day, every day. It has truly, truly been a lifesaver for me. If you get a sit-stand desk, the one that I got was what is it? It's one of those with the motor where the whole entire desk goes up and the whole entire desk goes down at literally the push of a button. The reason why I love this, and when I bought it, it felt like such a luxury and such an expense. But let me tell you, if you're in that desk all day, every day, the second you get it, you'll realize it's not a luxury. It's really a 101 thing that you wish you had a long, long time ago. I highly recommend getting an electric one where the entire desk goes up and down because it just makes it so much easier and so much more practical But if you think, well, maybe I don't need one where the entire desk goes up and down, then here's what you should do. Spend a couple weeks really analyzing and paying attention to how you actually work, how many extra pieces of paper or books or notes or things you use when you're working. Because the last thing you want to do is get a little sit stand thing just for your monitor and keyboard and never use it because it screws up your ergonomics because everything else you need is down low, right? So another day, another time, I'll talk about the treadmill for a sit-stand desk. For today, I'll say if you want to get a treadmill for a sit-stand desk, get one that's designed for a sit-stand desk. Say that 10 times fast. Sit-stand desk. Get one designed for a sit-stand desk and find it on like eBay or Craigslist or something because people get these all the time and think they're going to use them and then they don't. But we'll talk about those on another future podcast. Or if you want to know right away, send me an email, beawesome@couchtoactive.com with your question, and I'll bump it up in the queue and get it on an earlier podcast. So my biggest regret is not advocating for myself and my ergonomics and my desk. I'm so glad we're getting better at doing that in corporate environments and work environments. And I really wish that we would continue to get better. All right, bye-bye now. Exercise should not be dreadful, but getting off the couch, we know, is the hardest exercise of all. Did you know that Couch to Active has an app? It's the easiest way to keep track of and follow the Couch to Active podcast. So head on over to your app store, and it doesn't matter whether you're on an iPhone, a tablet, or an Android device. Search for Couch to Active, that's T-O Active. Download the app and check it out. Bye-bye now.